Let's play! Whoa! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another stream of Deathmark, where today we're delving into the 5th and final chapter of the game. And, there's a lot of things that we need to kind of unpack in this chapter. That needs to be solved anyway. We'll see what happens. That's the only thing. We'll see what happens. Now, I don't know what's coming up. I mean, I know some of my viewers would warn me what's coming up in this chapter. Things like, what you might need to watch out for. I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. So, viewer discretion is advised. Continue. Oh, actually, we didn't like fully complete chapter 4. Now that I think about it, we still got to go to bed. So, let's go ahead and do that right now. Mary isn't here anymore. Should I rest for today? Yeah, I think we're done. I decide to rest now. And about Ponytail being a psychic type, while we have Vulpix and Ninetail being ice types. True. There we go. Now we officially end to chapter 4. It's been nearly a day since we found Mary. We're like a boat adrift on the ocean without a compass to guide us. Who knows where currents will take us? Will we find salvation at the end? I do kind of miss Mary already. It's kind of weird. Oh well. Hey, Mr. Yoshiki. Looks like we wasted a whole day. Is it going to be like this every day? If you're done checking in here, why don't we take a look outside? Mary said unnecessary contact with outsiders could speed up the Mark's curse. And if I lose any more of my memories, I'm not sure I'll be able to function. For the past 10 days, the only other person I've spoken to is a convenience store clerk. Ah, that explains why we've only had TV dinners and snack food to eat. But sitting and waiting isn't going to accomplish anything. I'd rather not wind up forgetting my own name, like you. Not that I completely believe that this curse is real. She raises her voice to hide how it shakes. She's still stubbornly sticking to her denial of the existence of spirits in the Mark. But I know she's already accepted it. After all, she went through it herself last night. Ghosts and curses don't exist. Why does that have to happen to me? Hey, is that not a mark bearer? Hito was startled by the sudden knock. A visitor in the middle of the night. I don't need Mary to know it's a mark bearer. This might be our final partner. Sorry to impose on you so late. Ah! Okay. So you're a doctor. Alrighty. A tall, thin man walks in. His skin is as white as a sheet and dark circles nearly swallow his eyes. He looks like death, seriously. It's almost like a dead person stands before us. There you go. You're Yoshiki and Hiro, right? I heard about you and the Mark from Yasuoka before I came here. Something about a Miss Zoo, right? Sounds like you had a rough night. He seems to know Yasuoka. Maybe she's following through on her promise and sent him to help us. Oh yeah, we told her to help investigate on her end. Well, let's get introductions done. I'm Shuji Daimon. Shuji? Or Shuiji? Shuji. I think it's 2 syllables. Shuji Daimon. I think you can guess my occupation. Gynecologist. I'm sorry. Wearing this thing means I don't have to explain, thank goodness. He gestures to the stethoscope around his neck. What kind of business brings a doctor like you here? Diamond's eyes flicker over at the suspicion in Hiro's tone. No need to be so defensive. I have the cursed scar, same as you. The Mark. Do you need something from Luby's? Because you look like someone who's about to pass out from not eating a sandwich. I am become death, destroyer of worlds. You know, I just read, I know of the quote, but I just read a story about that quote yesterday. It was a story, it was like a bunch of, like, an article about who got really bad, scores or test grades for the stupidest reasons. And this guy said he got points deducted because he quoted that I am become death, destroyer of worlds, and the English teacher didn't know what the hell that was. So, yeah. He unbuttons his shirt to reveal a familiar mark on the left side of his chest. It just suddenly appeared one day. Ugh. Constipated look. But to be honest, I never thought it happened to me. Maybe it's punishment for being stupidly curious about it. Curious? Did you know about the mark before Yasuoka told you about it? Yeah, that's right. There's mention of a strange scar in my grandpa's records as a military physician. I did some personal research. A military physician's records would mean they'd be from the Second World War, more than 50 years ago. But that doesn't add up. Rumors of the mark only started about a month ago now. If it was mentioned in those records, the rumors would be much older. There's a reason for that. Patients with the symptoms were kept in a secret army laboratory. After the war, all top-secret documents related to the lab were burned. Except the clinical records I found. A secret lab, huh? That's kind of hard to believe. Dr. Diamond, you don't mean to say the mark was used as some sort of biological weapon? Every country had at least one or two soldiers who were divinely possessed. People only call on gods when they're in trouble. It was the end of the war, and they were backed in a corner. How unscientific. It's only a quote from somebody who helped make the atom bomb. No big deal. Well, maybe that explains why the English teacher didn't know it, but still, history. Don't you think so, Mr. Yoshiki? I mean, we can't deny it's possible. I mean, we're fighting ghosts and spirits. I mean, come on now. What? Are you serious? I can see why Yasuoka gave you her stamp of approval. The way you consider every possibility is indeed admirable. That open-mindedness must allow you to face the supernatural. However, it's hard to picture the mark being used as a weapon. It seems the 13th Army Engineering Lab is developing something. It was called the Cannon Soldier. Is it cannon? Like C-O-N-N-O-N? Or is it Kanan? I'm thinking cannon. Cannon Soldier. That makes me think of the what? No, what now? The Buddhistava or Buddhisva canon. I'm guessing it's like a Buddhist. It's a Buddhist thing. Okay. I was like, maybe that's, yeah, it's a canon. It's like, or whatever he says, like a Buddha related thing. I don't mean to be ignorant. I just don't know anything personally regarding Buddhism or things around it. 50 years ago, in the Buddha statues. It can't be. Dr. Diamond, where's that lab? Unfortunately, I have no idea. Sorry. It's basically the Mary of Buddhism? Oh, wow, okay. The documents my grandfather kept don't give me any details about it. I see. Hey, Mr. Yoshiki, that 13th Army Engineering Lab, it's a shelter Zukawa went to. That's what I was thinking. She pulls out her old map. I'd want to keep it secret, but as I'd rather not die from this mark, I'll tell you. This shows the entrances to the 13th Army Engineering Lab. That's a broad statement, and there's a lot more to it than that. Okay. Well, at least, I mean, I guess it gives us, like, an idea. So, I get you. Whoa, are you serious? In his excitement, he starts coughing. My apologies. Where'd you get that, hero? My grandfather passed 6 months ago. We were sorting his belongings. Isn't the idea of a secret lab just fascinating? So I thought I'd look into it. And then Ms. Zukawa stole it. See, I'm still confused about Ms. Zu, because it almost didn't seem like she was an actual spirit. She was like a monster, kinda. And she's claiming that that lab or whatever, shelter, turned her into that. I'm like, what? So that's why I'm a little bit confused here, too. I accidentally let it slip to her. She loves strange experiments like that, so it probably stuck with her. I thought as much, though. Whatever turned her into a monster is down in that secret lab. It's a pretty unscientific line of reasoning. Using the occult to turn yourself into a monster is utter nonsense. But if there's a scientific method behind it, I'll have to consider it. I suppose that's just how she is. Was your grandfather involved in the lab in some way, Hero? He could have been. All I know, he was an engineer with the rank of captain. Wait, hold on. You're both grandchildren of people involved in the engineering lab? And now both of you have the mark? So what about everyone else involved? Like Moe and Tsukasa and all them? What about us? Remember, when we were down in that shelter, he did say, for some odd reason, it looks familiar to him. Huh. Yes, that would be correct. That and our lab coats are probably all Hiro and I have in common. From what we understand, people with a mark appeared in a secret lab 50 years ago. There might be something there that'll help us find the truth behind the curse. That's also the origin of the Cannon Soldier, a name that reminds me of a statue that traces a Miss Zu in the shelter. It might be all connected to the Buddha statues that were stolen from H Shrine. Dr. Diamond gives us a lot of info. We'll have to thank Yasuoka for introducing him to us. The fates are indeed mysterious. Dr. Daimon, will you help us? Yes, of course. Just don't expect anything physical. Are you sick? You don't look so well. Yes, something like that. I don't practice what I preach. His dry laugh sounds like he's deflecting. He's abnormally thin for a man his age. It's possible that he's gravely ill. Yeah, I mean, we were cracking jokes, but it's... yeah. So, we're heading to the shelter? About that. We were stopped from going further by a locked door. That strange old man was there, too. I doubt he'll cooperate with us, though. It'll be different to break in from there. Where did you enter the shelter? A manhole on Kei Miyamachi North Road. I see. She opens a map and studies it. You're right, an entrance is there, but there seems to be one other one. It's at M. No South Alley. Have you tried going there? No, not yet. Then let's get there. Go there. Hopefully we can get in. Alrighty. Alright. Interesting. Finally have time to catch one of your streams. Hello there, the Undying Mr. Somewhat. That's a great name. Welcome to the stream, man. I hope you enjoy your time here. We're just delving into Chapter 5 and the final chapter of this game, and trying to unpack the mystery that's been happening throughout this whole game. Looks like it's all going to go down here. It's your theory that you're more facing yokai, not spirits. Some yokai were in fact people, but something turned them into yokai. Ah, okay. I'm surprised he's not in the hospital. Right, I mean, unless he's a doctor. He probably said screw it all and just wanted to do his own thing. So I'm kind of tempted to take Daimon with me. So I love how his clip is coughing. That's great. He does not bring anything with him. But let's hear a little bit more about the Cannon Soldier. Yasuoka sent a new mark bearer, Daimon, to the mansion. He talks about a mysterious being called a cannon soldier he learned about from clinical records during World War II. Those documents also mention a scar similar to the mark. Everyone who had worked in a specific army research facility. They were developing a cannon soldier there at the end of the war. I don't really know what the cannon soldier is, but if everyone involved in the research got the mark, then I can't help but think that they were trying to make a spirit into a weapon. But why would Daimon, a grandson of a researcher, and Hiro, a granddaughter of a lab engineer, suddenly get the mark now? Did the soldier's curse spread to the descendants or something? And then there's the 13th Army Engineering Lab. Hiro agrees to tell us more about it. Her old map is of that lab, the same underground shelter we broke into earlier. The key to Tsukawa's transformation and the stolen statues is likely there, so we'll have to go back again. The map shows another entrance on No South Alley. Let's try looking around there this time. And finally, let's learn a little bit regarding Shuji. He's a doctor, decided to become a doctor because of his army physician grandfather. His reputation suffers due to his dry bedside humor, but he's very skilled. Rumors say his health is failing too. Damn. And kind of like what he mentioned, he is most likely not going to be the person to take when we confront, I'm assuming, a cannon soldier. So I gotta make sure I switch him out beforehand. But initial investigations, I don't mind going and taking a new partner. Oh, Mary. Let's go ahead and save. And we're going to check out the other entrance. But I'm already not feeling too great regarding the bum. He's probably not gonna survive this. We reach No South Alley. Like the North Road, it's silent and empty. It's hard to believe a lab entrance is on a residential street like this. In any case, we should look around. Okay. It's more than likely we investigate the manhole cover, but just looking around what I can view. There are traces of the name of the store up by the roof. It looks like it's closed now. Okay. Even though this is a residential area, the street is completely deserted. It's kind of creepy, but also kind of cozy how the streets are. I heard it's how a lot of streets are in Japan. Like everybody walks everywhere, and like, I don't know. There's a manhole cover. Unlike Kei Miyamachi, this road only has one. It definitely looks suspicious. The manhole lid has a place to grip it, just like the one at Kei Miyamachi. This has to be it. Still, this is strange. Why doesn't the public have any idea about this underground shelter? You'd think the sewer department would at least. A reasonable conclusion. We can assume all info on this place is being concealed by someone. It'd be trouble if we were made public, huh? That's people who used to be involved. Yes, some are still alive today. A certain city representative used to be my grandfather's colleague. The Kujos may not be innocent either. Were they involved somehow? Oh, you don't know? After the war, the Kujo head was prohibited from public service. It was because he assisted the army in some manner. So he couldn't have been involved in the lab? If I had to make a guess, this man holds a Pandora's box for any dignitary with a damaged reputation. I wonder what secrets we'll find. Well, still, you know a lot about it, considering. I'm interested in the lab myself, though not as much as Hiro is. I've already done some research. But this being such an important secret place, isn't it a little too easy to get into? Well, true. They're not guarding it. The lid could have originally been locked or bolted shut somehow. This Miss Zhu might have done away with the restraints. Japan's quiet streets. Gotcha. When I lift the lid, a musty smell greets me. Oh, this smells familiar. Like the other entrance, the hole goes deep. Thankfully, there's a ladder here too. Which reminds me of when I was a kid. Let's get going, Yoshiki. Diamond and I descend into the dark world hidden beneath H City. What awaits us down in that darkness? Will we find the truth we're seeking? Or a hell smeared with blood? Find out next time in Dragon Ball Z! Okay. What the hell's that noise? The sight that greets us at the bottom is the same as what we saw in K Miyamachi. The looming concrete walls and the suffocating stagnant air. We weren't wrong to assume that the two places are connected. This is not a place someone with bad lungs like me should be. And is that an army song? Hearing that, I feel worse. It's been 50 years, so there's no way a radio or phonograph is still playing. Something supernatural has to be at work here. It's so easy to fall back and blame things on the supernatural now. I've gotten too used to this occult world. I see. I don't have any spiritual power, so that kind of thing is beyond me. If you say so, then I believe you. So it's propaganda music from the time of the war, and it sounds like a wartime Japanese song. Yeah, that's... It's interesting that we actually now have music along with our investigation. It's still very eerie, though. It's a blood stain. There's an area within the stain that has a lighter color than the rest. I rub my fingers over and realize that something is stuck to the floor. I keep scratching it until it starts to crease, and I manage to pull it up from the floor. Nice. Talisman. That's more soul power. I'm gonna go behind me. It's another door. But look at this. Look at the weird pattern here. There are pitch black stains. Is this blood? Seems so. Still, there's entirely too much of it. It's like a blood bag burst. You might fall asleep to this in a good way, of course. No, I hear you, man. That's sometimes what I do. I put on a stream and I just listen to the streamer or the game, and it's good. But doesn't that other thing bother you? Or a human burst? No need to apologize, Moxie. Who knows? According from this game, it may be. Of course it bothers me. I imagine we're on the same page. It looks like something was posted here. Yep, that's what I was gonna say. There's a clearly defined clean space on the wall, as if something had been there. It looks like it avoided being sprayed with blood because something was originally posted here. Some kind of poster or bulletin? There's unfortunately no way to know. I opened my eyes wide and stared at a white space that might have been a poster. A nice looking delay, that's pretty normal, I would say. I end up drying out my eyes. The stains seem to be old blood. It crackles and breaks off into flakes when I run my fingers over it. I wonder what we can do here then. Consider we can look and feel, but we can't do anything else. It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Alright, so that's it. Time to move forward. Is this a World War II bunker? I think that's what it's supposed to be. Yes. Once again, something else looked like it was posted. There's more blood. A trail of blood leads to the ladder at the entrance. Is someone trying to escape? This looks like an emergency light. The place is abandoned. Has a power generator been running all these years? So same thing. Okay, this is gonna suck because did someone flush a damn toilet? Because some of the islands they captured, Japanese made extensive tunnel networks. This might be exactly what it is then, because this looks like I'm gonna get lost easily. Something flows swiftly down the pipes. Someone took a dookie. Okay. And we haven't seen one of those things in a while. While we're investigating, we see a ghost. That was only like in the first chapter. Huh. We are in a sewer. It's very true. Very true. Man, oh man, I am afraid. I'm not sure where to go. Well, hold on. Before we do anything, I'm going to save again. Because I save a lot. Also checking text messages as I go along. What is this? Oh, it's kind of a good deal. They're selling PlayStation 4 controllers possibly for $25. I'm tempted to. I already got 2. But this thing, the one I'm using now, it's actually getting a little blah with the left analog stick. Considering there's only one more year until PS5, it's like I don't know if I should get it. $25 though, it's not bad at all. Okay, I think I'm gonna go left. Or were you saying hi to the ghost, Moxie? When I step in view of an iron door that appears before me, the air clearly shifts. Oh, you're saying hi to the ghost. Uh-oh. Goosebumps rise. The presence is approaching. There's an incessant beeping, like from a telegraph. Does it matter? I'm sure it does matter. This is against better judgment. I shrug and keep moving forward. Uh-oh. The beeping becomes gradually louder, almost as if it's trying to tell me something. I don't know Morse code. I need I need the thing in front of me. Well, it's the same thing over and over. Does it really want me to straight up look up Morse code? Because I think very few people playing this game are going to know Morse code off the top of their damn heads. Alright, hold on. You want to play this game? Alright. I'll look up your Morse code. Morse code translator. How about that? It's oh, this is easy. I just gotta type in, what is it? Oops. I did it wrong. Hold on. What? Doesn't make any damn NX? NX. Because those are two letters, correct? It's not one big word. Hold on, I'm gonna try just combining it. No, okay. So yeah, NX. I don't know why the hell they're giving me that, but okay. It's telling you done effed up, boy. Okay. Oops. The sequence keeps repeating. This code. What in the world does it mean? It means NX. Oh. Let's say Buddha. I died. How was I supposed to know? Darkness signs around my throat like a noose. Well, oxygen, my brain instantly shuts down. And I died. Like, what even? What even there? You know? This is the BS part again. This is BS again. NX, NX, NX. Heaven. Look, now we know it's soul. Well, it doesn't matter now, Sven. It's okay. Like, even if I failed this, look, it takes me like not even 30 seconds to get back to where the hell I was. Thank God for the skip function, whatever. But how is I supposed to know that is soul? Like, where out of... Unless maybe I wasn't supposed to come here yet. But come on now. I hear a quiet voice. Point to your soul. My heart. Okay. Yeah, you know what? F this. I can brute force my way. I can brute force my way, but that's ridiculous. If we're not supposed to, whatever. Which way do I want to go now? Let's try going forward. Just a door, huh? Did the game make it clear that you weren't supposed to be there? Nope. It allowed me to go there. I mean, I'm sure it's like, yes, we shouldn't go there because we just don't know what the fudge we're supposed to do. But it's like, why even give us the option? It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open if I had the key. Okay. Japanese Morse code seems to be different, by the way, from what I'm reading. Oh, seriously? There's different Morse code for different languages? So that did not mean an X? Aw, jeez. Then let's try... Wait, yes? No? Wait. Yes? No? Maybe so? Hold on. Japanese Morse code. It's called Waban code? Oh. Okay. Tama. Tama? Is that what it was? Hold on. Let me try it again. If I put it together, it's Kimu. If I put it separately, which I think it was, it says Tama. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. I have no idea. It didn't... Okay, so it didn't mean NX. Okay. It expected us to know Japanese Morse code, then I just... Seriously, there's no way in hell. I'm sorry to say. There's no way in hell. And you know, I understand this game was originally just in Japan, and then they localized it last year. So I think it really does have some localization issues for sure, and I hope to God they really fixed it for NG. So I didn't know there was different Morse code for different languages. I don't know why I thought it was universal, but okay. Oh, hey there, Snow. Welcome to the stream. I mean, it would be strange that a different place with different culture has the same connotations as ours. That is true. But I don't know. I guess I just always assumed, I guess, that Morse code was a universal thing. But, Tamashi means soul. There you go. So if I knew... Okay, but even that, I have to know Japanese. Okay. It's all good. It's good. I'm not really liking this, but here we go. Oh, somebody's taking another dookie. The dried blood is blackened on the floor. There's quite a lot. Whoever left it is probably dead. He's probably died, I should say. No, are you serious? NG's worse than localization? Ah, great. I peek into the waterway and see something floating. I reach for it as I hold onto the edge, somehow manage to grab it. Talisman. Yay. And before moving on, I'm going to record again. No, I was saying it would be bad if it is. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's go to the left, I guess. It looks like this is a dead end. Yeah. Huh? It does look like there's only a wall ahead, but... A breeze? I feel a draft coming in from front of us. But all that's there all that's there is a wall. Now, it is weird I can't break it. But maybe I can investigate it later. That is kind of odd. Okay, but it's there. I keep hearing a toilet and forgetting that it's in the game. Now I keep thinking that Pharaoh's playing this on the bog. Wouldn't that be something? You guys can't see me right now. I could be taking a big dookie, whatever, right now. You guys wouldn't know. So both dead ends. From what we say. Now you're just imagining he has a streaming setup in the bathroom for that purpose. You guys will never know. I'm taking a Count Dooku. I'm taking a big Count Dooku. You heard it here first, folks. I swear, you guys are doing the same puns as you guys were typing in. It's like, Now, if you had a Switch, hey, who's to say I don't have everything in my bathroom? I can have my TV and like buy the tub and all that. I could have a big ass bathroom. I don't know. Okay. No, guys, look at this. There's legit nowhere else I can go. Never mind. Never mind. I didn't realize I can open the damn door. But usually they... Well, no, never mind. Never mind. I'm in a porta potty out there somewhere in Albuquerque. Yeah, sure, why not? The air in this room is musty. At first glance, I'd say it's part of a medical facility. It looks like it's an operating room. And the smell must be... Ah, there it is. Yoshiki, sorry, but could you shine the light over there? I shine a flashlight as directed. I find a corpse. Diamond crouches down and begins to study it. Whoa, it's pretty old. You might be better off having an archaeologist or anthropologist look at this. Diamond skillfully examines the body. When they're done, they stand up again. Yeah, seriously, good thing I brought the doctor. The corpse is odd. Extremely odd. The cervical vertebrae is severed. But the cut's a mess. Some kind of small blade object did it most likely. Though it clearly wasn't cut with a surgical tool. I can't even imagine why anyone would do something so cruel. So the head was severed with a tool, huh? It's too old. The corpse isn't enough. Someone should have left behind records. It might be wise to search the room. Yeah, good idea. In the lab. The research lab looks more like an operating room. The state it's in suggests that inhumane experiments took place here. I'd really like to leave this place, but we need to thoroughly check for any documents or tools left behind. Hatred clogs the air here, making it more dangerous than any of the other places we've been. We could be attacked at any time. We must be prepared. Oh, great. He looks like he's just gone out for the night in some casinos. Oh, you mean the doctor? Yeah. He's gravely ill. So that's why he looks like that. Okay. So just a couple areas we can investigate. Just double checking. Alright. It looks like it's been a number of years since this person died. The dried skin gives the appearance of a mummy. The cut by the neck is jagged. It must have been cut with some kind of tool. I thought something was up there too. Nothing's inside a metal cabinet. Then why let me investigate it? It's a cabinet with a glass door. Looks like there's something in it. I open it and search inside. I find a notebook titled Research Records and a small gun. The notes have deteriorated, but I can just make out what they say. 70th. Next experiments Asura statue. I'm guessing connect. Male body and female head. Success. Then supernatural phenomenon. Spirit. Frequency maybe. Hard. I don't know. Continue experiments. That's all it says. Records 2, though. A palm pistol. There seems to be a record of the experiments performed here. How fascinating. Take a look at that again. Legit only one shot of this palm pistol. This wouldn't be out of place in a Resident Evil game. Oh, yeah, it really wouldn't at all. So yeah, small palm-sized gun developed by the Army for self-defense. A number of unsolved issues, such as only holding one bullet and its unreliability, caused its development to be cancelled. Seriously? It only held one bullet? You had to keep reloading it every single time? Okay. I mean, I know they had guns like that, but like early, but this? Well, okay. I mean, it's a self-defense, so whatever. You only got one shot, and it's a long range, and I can shoot it. That's not a real gun Japan had. Thank you, Justin, for your knowledge of history. This kind of runs like a Tarantino gun. You know, honestly, I mean, because I'm sure what Justin's saying is absolutely correct because he's a huge history buff. So it could be that, hey, they just made that gun, made it up for this game and for story reasons. Like the sleeve gun in Django Unchained. Oh man, that movie. Like Phoenix Wright, always right and reborn as Phoenix during trial. In Japanese as Ryuichi Naruhodo. Translates as dragon, and Naruhodo is basically translates to I see. Oh, huh. I did not know that, actually. I think I knew that was his Japanese name, but I didn't know that meant something. It's a rusted filing cabinet. It's a well-built metal cabinet. Whatever's inside should be intact. Should be! When I open the door, a cloud of dust flies up and blocks my vision. It's a notebook with a black cover is left inside. Experimental unit correspondence code. It seems to be a document about cryptograms. Inside it says, Canon. Weapons code name. Well, I'm looking it up. His code name is ... there. And then ... That translates into Kuno. Unless I put it together? Hold on a minute. Like if I do it separately, it's Ku, like K-U, then no, N-O. Now is it possible I can put it together? Does it give me something different? Well, just Kuno. Okay. I don't know if Kuno means something in Japanese. That's something I'll look into later. Heavenly Buddha. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm writing this all down in my notepad just so I can help myself. Unless the game's gonna tell me later, but I like doing this for myself. You know, whenever I'm playing games or like mystery, I'm like, oh, okay. I take my own notes. I'm like, yay, I feel smart. Weapons code name. That was Kuno for canon. Then Heavenly Buddha. Projects code name. And that is translated into let's see here. That is dot dash dot dash dash into space dot dash dash dot. Tetsu? T-E-T-S-U. Or it could be Tetsu. Well. There's that. Ah, look at that. Human heads. Soul. Because I'm sure I had to point it to the head. Human heads used as materials, which is jacked up. That is translated as dash dot dash dot dot dash. That I put zeros inside of dashes, excuse me. Dash dot dash dot dot dash. Tama. Oh. There we go. Yeah, that's Tama. Which means, I mean, that's not the full word, but it goes into soul. There we go. Ah, see, look at it does explain it. There you go. So I know I was giving the game a hard time, but it's because I went too early. Ugh. I'm just catching up on chat really quick. Though their guns in the later part of the war, they were badly made. A pistol they had in the later parts of the war would sometimes fire. It dropped and would fire at too much pressure and put on a specific area. Oh, geez. I should be able to tell you more about Ken. She's basically depicted as having a female head or a male body, so the female head or a male body makes sense. Okay. I'm worried the music may get the VOD muted. A part of my War Thunder stream was muted for what I assume is the background music or plain sounds. Either one is dumb. You know, I think what may have gotten muted was what's that one song like dun 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 dun. I think that was playing during one of the songs when you're selecting planes or whatever. I think that might have been what got you copyrighted. Ride of the Valkyries. There you go. I was like, it's that song. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I thought Ride of the Valkyries was something different. So is the Morse code gibberish in English then? Well, I wouldn't say gibberish, but it's like not the same, I think. So this looks like Waban code, a Waboon code. It's similar to Morse. But it was during my flight with no tail. Oh, that really is odd then, Justin. Okay. Yeah, so we found what we needed to keep going. But I really hope I don't get muted because this wartime music is playing. I'm gonna go ahead and save before I move forward here. But see, even then, here's the problem. No, never mind. I was going to say it's going to be a problem, but this correspondence code, it's like, how the hell was I supposed to know that meant soul? I'm like, well, wait, if you look at that thing keeps repeating soul, 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 so I know how to pick soul. And I'm pointing to the soul, the human head. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it could be an error, that's true. Although who knows if Twitch is gonna listen to low level, people, we're like, I don't know. Skip this. Keep going. This means soul. I know Vinesauce got claimed for a cricket noise once. Really? That's ridiculous. I heard a quiet voice. Point to your soul. Human head. The beeping suddenly stops. Yay! Seriously? Amazing. A real supernatural event. Diamond seems pleased. Glad you enjoyed it. I'm sure this will happen again, but there's no need to tell him that. Is it safe now? Yeah, probably. Let's keep moving. Alright, go and save so I don't gotta do that again. Alright. Oh, I didn't really investigate that area too much. I hope I didn't need to. It's set up the same way as the operating room. This place may have been used for the same experiments. I hope there are experiment notes. Now let's get searching. There's a body in the bottom. There's a body in the bottom left. I thought freaking Shimio was back. I'm like, no! It looks like it's been a number of years since this person died. The dried skin gives the appearance of a mummy. The cut by the neck is jagged. It must have been cut with some kind of tool. Jesus. I open the wide mesh door and peek inside, but I don't see anything. I go to close the door and I see a paper stuck to the backside. Talisman! Yay! Leatherface, no! It sounded more like a chainsaw than a drill. Oh, that's true. It's a metal cabinet. Some of the doors are open, but most are locked tight. I search the ones that are open. I find a notebook titled Research Records and an army short sword. Weird. The letters in the notebook are faded, but I can still read it. The experiment miraculously succeeded, I guess. This is Divine Protection. The Asura statue, donated from a shrine, created by, I don't know, something line statue makers? Using chisel. Oh my god. Using chisel donated by the same family, sever head. What the hell does the Cujo family have to do with this? They're not doll makers, they're statue makers. The tools together become the key. Finally, our dearest wish. What? Huh. There's nothing else written. It mentions a chisel. Does it mean that they use those for sculpting? Yeah, most likely. It's hard to believe, but do they actually use that to sever the heads? It's unbelievable. Doing something like that. Seriously, that's barbaric. It's a cabinet with a glass door. It looks like something's inside. I open it and search around. I find bells attached to a handle and a notebook with a black cover. It's titled Disposal VAT Management Record. I flip the cover open. Dispose 200 super dimensional suddenly iron door is half spiritualized. Hypothesis: focused mystical forces need sacred object to erase. Safety valve release code diamond. Hold on real quick, I'm just gonna write that down. I mean, it's gonna be in the game too, but it's like, F it, I'm just gonna, for my own sake. Safety valve release code diamond. There's nothing else written. I got the Kagura Suzu bells and disposal VAT management record. What in the world are those notes going on about? Disposal? Half spiritualization? I don't understand half of these words. Plus, those bells I found don't fit this place at all. I close the notebook and put it in my bag. Uh-oh. Just then, something tingles around my hand. Huh? It's a thin thread. It seems to be like human hair. Remember the first time we went down here? The other entrance? And we, like, saw human hair on each side? Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was jokingly saying, oh yeah, maybe like this we're inside like a big titan or something, but it glitters pale gold in the light. What? Uh-oh. The mark starts sucking on my blood. I ignore it and instead stare at the shining hair, as if being pulled in. It's odd, but I get the real feeling that this moment, no, it's here, this place. I've been here before. Oh crap, already? Kinda early, we already got that. Someone mumbles right next to me. Wait. That's not someone else. That's my own voice. As I thought. It's here. The words pour out from deep inside. I have absolutely no knowledge or control over them. Memories aren't mine. Words and feelings I couldn't possibly know are falling from my lips. Check the disposal vat. It must be behind that wall. Felt weird when standing in front of that wall. Yoshiki? What's this all of a sudden? The instant Diamond speaks, the voice stops. It's nothing. I just remember something important. Are you honestly alright? Those were some rather odd mumbles. I'm fine. Really, just spaced out for a bit. For better or worse, Diamond didn't clearly hear what I was saying. Still, though, that voice. Could it be that my old self, the one I lost along my memories, was talking to me? The feeling I got when I saw that golden hair. Maybe that's what triggered it. I haven't heard that other guiding voice for a while now. I guess all I can do is rely on my old self. The disposal of that behind the wall. The voice said to find that. And that's, the wall north, I believe. But before we do that, because the mark thing went off already, I think I actually want to go back and grab Hiro, because I have no I don't think that Daimon is going to be the proper guy to bring along with me when fighting, because he said as long as it's nothing physical. So that's what I'm thinking. So we find documents on a Kagura Suzu bell in the cabinet. The files say something odd. Spiritualize the door. Release with the sacred object. The Kagura Suzu bell is probably considered one. We also learn the safety valve release password is Diamond. I'm bothered by thin blonde hair found between the pages. The moment I wonder if a foreigner was here. Damn eyes. God dash, have fun with the rest of the stream. You lot, and good night, Pharaoh. Thank you so much, Mr. Somewhat. Definitely appreciate it. You have a great night as well. I hear a voice saying, check the disposal vat. What the? It's not the usual whisper in my ear. It's my own voice. I have no control over my mouth as it moves on its own. Are the fragments of my memory causing this? As it keeps going, it's probably behind that wall. So weird. It's like I have some special power. Wait, what? Range short sword. But I can shoot the sword blade? A prototype weapon developed by the army in a shelter. A spring is installed in the hilt, but it's so flimsy that it's destroyed after one use, so it was never officially adopted. Justin, you might know about this. Did such a blade or sword exist? Like, basically a spring-loaded projectile short sword. We can use this bell numerous times. I can shake the Kagura Suzu bell. Like a ballistic knife, yes. But those are illegal, correct? You cannot legally obtain ballistic knives anymore, or knives anymore. Oh, wait a minute, look at this. A bell used in ancient Shinto dance rituals has 3 sets of small bells, 7, 5, and 3. It's also called a Miko bell. It's meant to be used by shrine maidens. Suppose 200, superdimensional, iron door, half spiritualized, hypothesized, mystical forces need secret objects to erase. So the ballistic knife was a Russian creation. There's been no Japanese creations of ballistic knives. Okay. This game is solely inaccurate, or historically inaccurate. So, okay. I am going to go back to the mansion. And I'm going to grab... What's her name? I'm grabbing Hiro. I mean, she can fight this thing, right? It doesn't really say that she can't fight. She has no artistic bow in her body. That's about it. I hope I'm doing this right. Because I just feel if I continue, I'm going to face the Ken soldier. So, I'd rather, I think I'd rather be, well, I don't know. For God's sakes, we'll figure it out. But how am I going to get through that door, that wall, though? Because we couldn't examine it before. I'm guessing now we can. The Wikipedia says it's a U.S. invention, though? Oh, what the hell? Well, they did say it was half spiritualized, so that's odd. We go north at the intersection and... An outline of a door is flickering faintly in a wall ahead of us. Hey, look at that! What? What? Impossible! Is it another ghost thing? You can't see it? See what? Now I'm thinking I shouldn't have brought Hiro. She doesn't really believe in all this stuff, so is she gonna help me when I confront the guy? It looks like Hiro can't see the door. That's the supernatural. My mouth begins mumbling words I don't even recognize all on its own. Oppose the spiritual with spiritual. If you touch it with a tool that honors the gods. The flow of words out of my mouth stops. Touch it with a tool that honors the gods? Yeah, the bell. I'm guessing. Take a look at this, though. There's a passage beyond the intersection that looks like a dead end. An iron door flickers in and out, and for whatever reason, I'm the only one who can see it. I can't believe this. Do I really have some sort of spiritual power? Oppose the spiritual with the spiritual. So do I have to use a sacred object? Or maybe sacred objects are effective against spiritual beings. I better remember that. It's hard to make it out clearly. Is this what a half-spiritualization is? I touched the door, but it just feels like a wall. Seems the door has no substance. Until I use the bell. It's just touching it okay? I mean, she's better than Mr. I'm physically deteriorated to the point I can't do booty. Yeah, you're right. That's a fair point, Super Twin. No, have to. Strange words spill from my lips again. It's the priestess tool. If a man displays spiritual power, it'll be destroyed. So touch it silently. What? So I have to use... priestess. Oh, hold on. According to Wikipedia, Spetsnaz had a version that fired a pistol cartridge rather than a blade. Ouch. And Tonko's, hey man, I know you're probably lurking, but welcome to the stream regardless. All I have is questions, but I have no choice but to trust the other me. I touch the baluster of the door carefully, making sure not to make any noise. The next instant, the door physically appears. What? What just happened? What did you do? It just felt like it was the right thing to do. But I stare at the door. I sense an alarming presence. According to my own voice, if I can call it that, the disposal vat is behind this door. I found some documents about it in the room with the operating room. It might be good to look through those. Let's be careful. That place is giving me a bad feeling. If that's the case, I'm gonna record again. She's freaked out, not to say I would be handling much better. Listen, I wouldn't handle like the first, you know how he said he got a choice in the very beginning, like to fight the mark or to just wait. Knowing my dumb self, I probably would have waited. I'm like, I ain't going to no haunted place. Screw that. I push open an iron door and we head inside. Holy crap, are those all the Buddha statues right there? What is this place? On the other side of the door is a large empty area reminiscent of a vault. Is this a disposal vat? It should be, but it's not quite what I expected. Oh, something's on the ground. A katana? A rusted army sword. I take what Hiro picked up. I shine the flashlight around the area. Are these heads of Buddha statues? It doesn't seem like they're being stored. Is this some kind of garbage dump? Just then. Huh? A sound echoes off something heavy moving, and suddenly the room is lit with a pale light. What was that noise? Let's get out of here for now. I try to open the door to get out, but... well, what do you know? It's locked! What? We've been locked in? Oh no, somebody's down here, don't pee! A cutting coldness invades and envelops my feet. My head snaps up and I see water pouring into the room like a giant waterfall. Water? It's ice cold. A polar bear swim is not something I ever wanted to do. It quickly rises to our knees. I can't even feel my feet anymore. Water underground? Hurry and open the door. We'll get hypothermia. I'm probably gonna lose this because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I have to remember what was written in those documents about the disposal vat. Diamonds. I don't know. All I see near me are the Buddha heads. Oh shoot! I don't. Uh oh. Diamond. Yay! I touched the diamond Arhat's head. I think I made Buddha cry. There's a heavy shudder and a sound of movement. Then the pooling water suddenly stops sweeping in one direction, down into a drain. Whoa! Ah! I survived, I guess. When I open my eyes, all I see is darkness. Ugh! I quickly lift my head up and rub my eyes. My vision slowly comes back. This is an intersection in the underground shelter. Looks like we were drained out with the water and flushed down a pipe. We were lucky. I very nearly breathed a sigh of relief. But then I remember Hiro. That's right. Where's Hiro? No need to be so worried. Ah, it's you.
So it's you. It's been a while, you sneaky intruder.
It's that old man I met in the passageway beneath Manhole Street. I tried to ask him about Hiro, but... My jaw's nearly locked and my voice is gone.
Hey, don't try to talk just yet. The water here comes straight from the T Mountain range, so it's deadly cold.
That's what Aksys said. We're doing. It's freaking Yanni Yogi.
You were submerging it for near an hour, so you'll be slowing your words for a while. Relax, relax. Your friend's fine. So you got somewhere to go back to?
I nod as I groan. The old man's face brightens like a sun.
Well, that's great. Not that I'm demanding reward for saving you or anything, but I am pretty darn hungry.
The man eyes me, his smile sharp. We get in the car, and even though it's the wrong season for it, I turn the heat on full blast. We dry off of towels and the like, but it doesn't stop our shivering for a long time. While this is going on, the old man...
Ooh, it's hot. Can I open a window?
He's blatantly fanning himself in front of us. Okay, yes, in a way we owe him our lives. But even so, he's being a pain. Can you imagine if that was a doctor? He would have been so boned from hypothermia. See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm honestly thinking that possibly could have killed him. Hang in there a little while longer. Hiro shudders. We're about to freeze, you know. It's an honest question. It probably sucks for him, but we still keep the car like a sauna. After driving like that for a while, our teeth finally stop chattering. The man's name is Banshee Ito. That's how he introduced himself. But that obviously isn't his real name. Wait, why is it obviously not his real name? I don't know why. As he sits next to me, Banshee gives off a savory smell like a freshly baked bread. It kind of cheers me up. Or at least it does for a few moments until I realize it's a stench of dried filth. So, Banshee, what were you doing in a place like that? Banshee remains silent. Are you listening to me?
Don't feel up to talking yet. I'll tell you in exchange for food.
I shouldn't be surprised. Life's rough. Excuse me.
Wait, that should be my question. What were you two doing down there?
It's a long story. I summarize everything we know. About spirits and the mark, until I catch up to when we met him in the underground shelter.
So that's how it is, huh?
He nods vigorously to himself.
You really understand any...
Wait. Who says that? I don't know who's saying it. Do you really understand any of that? Hito's doubts are reasonable, but Banshee waves a hand dismissively.
Of course I do. Who do you think I am? A terrible grudge is mucking up the underground shelter. You guys are wrapped up in it now.
His story suddenly sounds fishy. A grudge? Banshee, do you know what happened down there?
I said I'm not talking about that yet. I was born into a noble family, so I've always had the ability to see things others can't. I stake my name, Banshee Ito, on it, so you can trust me.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. So him saying that he was born into a noble family, so I've always had the ability to see things others can't. So what does that mean about us? Because we can see things others can't. Doesn't mean I was born to a noble family? And for God's sakes, I think I already have a theory formulating, but I don't understand how that's going to work. Alright.
There's a terrible grudge swirling there, and you got swept up in it.
He's got nothing to base his claims on, but I get the feeling he's on the right track. In that case, oh noble Lord Banshee, would you tell us, how do we overcome that whirlpool? Banshee replies with a magnanimous flourish.
That should be obvious. Whirlpools always have a center. You gotta find that.
The center?
A swirling grudge and a spirit thing? Is that what you call it? The birth of the spirit, the heart of the curse. Something like that should be left within that there swirling grudge. If you look for that, I'm sure then.
He trails off. He gazes at the dark road, his mouth hanging open. It's like he's run out of batteries. Then, what? What will happen? The black sky simply goes on forever before Banshee's eyes. Odd. Oh, that reminds me, Yoshiki. Oh, I guess okay. Banshee calls out as soon as we enter the garage.
Take this. It's a little symbol of our friendship.
Oh, hey, the shelter key. Perfect. There were 2 doors. Yeah, I can open. One was a dead end, but I'm wondering if there's also something spiritual back there too. So we got the underground shelter key. Is this a key for the underground shelter?
I found it when I was popping in and out of that place. I held on to it. But I lend it to you for now, Yoshiki.
He just picked it up. Why is he acting like it's a favor? But I have no reason to refuse him. Thanks. I'll borrow it. Diamond walks up to us. Hey, you came back safely? Were you able to learn anything? Hito butts in before I can speak. Wait just a minute. Don't tell me. You aren't going to believe that old man's story, are you? He's fishy.
Oh, that's rude. If you want my opinion, a snotty punk like you should be trusted even less. Of course, Yoshiki. You believe me, right?
I mean, I really don't know, but at the same time, we have no other leads.
That's my good pal Yoshiki for you.
Hey now, you feeling okay in the head? Anyway, changing the subject. Good grief, can we just move on from talking about this? Banshee, you're hungry, right? The dining room should have something.
Ooh, food!
Banshee bolts out of the garage and vanishes into the mansion. Diamond gives us an exaggerated look. Hey, Shiki, it seems you got another troublemaker on your hands. To appease the starving Banshee, I offer him some cup noodles and sweet buns. Hey, I wouldn't mind taking some of that myself. Cup noodles. I can't believe there were so many things in Final Fantasy 15 that revolved around cup noodles. Yes, oddest thing ever, but you know, I liked the game for what it was. You keep hearing me say Benji? I don't appease him with sweet buns or cup noodles. He has his own food. His favorite treats, though, are those, like, chicken kebab things. They're like treats. Absolutely adores them. The epitome of hunger. He greedily begins scarfing it down like a starving dog. That was enough for 10 people. He devours all of it. I'm reminded of a high-power vacuum cleaner. Hey, that was English.
Excellent.
The cup noodles quest to find the best ingredient. That's exactly all I remember, Justin. Like, there was a whole quest around cup noodles in that game.
I haven't been this full in forever.
Good for you. Now answer our questions. What were you doing down there?
Well, that's an easy one. Because it's my home.
What?
I've been living there ever since I found it 10 years ago. It's not too shabby a place. Keeps me out of the rain, and no damn brats messing with me. Oh, it gets a mite cold in winter.
Final Fantasy 15. That's the game I'm talking about. I don't know how to respond to that. Hiro and Daimon seem to be the same.
It was a paradise for me because no one knows about it. Until a weirdo showed up 6 months ago. Some woman doused in perfume. It was winter and I don't like stirring up trouble, so I stayed away.
Miss Zoo, right? Crap. Hold on, really quick. I'm just moving that chat a little bit so I can read it.
It was winter and I don't like stirring up trouble, so I just stayed away.
That must have been Zukawa. I nod. That's my thought as well.
That was a month ago. I figured she must have up and left, so I went back. But now there's something stranger.
Which was...
a damn walking Buddha statue.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I know I'm pretty out there, but even I was shocked by that. I even got this weird scar.
Uh-oh. He has the mark. You may not believe this, but that statue gave you the scar.
I figured. It was a cannon soldier after all.
The cannon soldier? How do you know that name?
Some document I saw had it. It was an old plan to make a Buddha statue move with supernatural powers. A heavenly Buddha project weapon.
Are you nuts? Spirit powers making something move? That's insane! Now, calm down. So those documents that you found, are they still around?
Nope, I burned them for warmth.
You jackass.
I had a delicious roasted potato, too.
How could you? Maybe take your own advice, Dr. Daimon. Our measure of common sense seems to be rather different with this strange old man's.
It's fine. My noggin works different from most people's. I got it all memorized.
As you say, just tell us. We need to know more about that project.
Who's calling me? A telemarketer.
Wait a minute, that was that scam likely, but that... No, never mind. We need to know about that project.
The Heavenly Buddha project was the pet project for some general at the end of the war. So they built that shelter for it. Ta-da! The 13th Army Engineering Lab. To make the cannon soldier thing, they did test some Buddha statues that were brought from some shrine or something somewhere.
That must be H Shrine. So now we know who the hell took them. Or where they went, I should say. You know, the more I think about it, the more ironic is that Canon is being used as a soldier, since Canon is typically seen as a goddess of mercy. Irony! Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's what developers are aiming for. It's like, let's use a symbol of peace and mercy as a weapon of war.
They did a bunch of stuff to infuse the statues with spiritual power. There was a monk from T Mountain. Spiritual treasures from all over. But nobody thought anything actually come from it. The project was just an excuse to keep that fanatical general busy. At least it was supposed to be. But one day the statue started moving. It went berserk throughout the lab. It went crazy on a ton of people. The bloodstains and old corpses in the shelter are probably the victims. Some people survived, but they had red bite-like marks on them. The thing went and wrecked the place. Then it stopped. It never moved again. No one knows what even triggered it. That's about everything it said.
Jeez. Hito and Daimon are as white as a sheet. I probably am too. It's a hard story to believe, but he has no reason to lie to us. I think he speaks the truth.
What? Are you kidding me? A statue going around killing people and cursing them? Impossible.
Then how do you explain the mark on his neck? Logic would dictate that the moving statue he saw was the cannon soldier.
God.
The dormant soldier suddenly starts moving about after 50 years. That might be the cause of mine and Hito's marks.
What if you flip that, though? Both of your grandpas got the mark from the cannon soldier. When the soldier stopped moving, their marks disappeared. But when it started up again, you got them because you're their descendants.
If that's true, then the children inherited their parents' fate.
So what about me, though? Because I still, my mark is still around. But then our memories, like we're remembering a little bit more about that place. Man, okay, I don't know. We're still getting ahead of ourselves here.
Hito can't seem to muster up any kind of counter argument. I think she's in shock.
Yeah, seriously, how did he know that?
I want to ask you something, old man. You say the cannon soldier stopped moving 50 years ago. But why?
I think it was some spiritual person used a thingamajig to do something.
So you have no idea. It's the most important part. Please try to remember.
It's not that easy, son. The mark might have made me forgot.
Taking his age into account is more likely he just completely slipped his mind. It seems we must defeat the cannon soldier to be free of our marks. We'll have to figure it out on our own if he can't be any more help. You seem a pro at this, Yoshiki. We'll be relying on you. I don't have spiritual powers or anything, but you've already faced down 4 different spirits, haven't you? A normal person wouldn't have survived. Now that he says it, I guess he's right.
Welcome back, Justin.
I have been hearing a mysterious voice a few times and having weird premonitions. I even caught myself unconsciously talking when we were down in the shelter.
So, what are your folks gonna do now?
Good question.
I don't know. Doesn't matter what I pick? I mean, I gotta do all these, don't I?
Let's investigate the soldier in the shelter. We'll need to do something about that to get rid of your marks. If I'm descended from someone on the project, then that mine might disappear too.
I guess we're going back in then.
Hito's still kind of sulking, but she's at least recovered from her shock. We all share the same fate. It's too late to try to run away.
Yep, you should find it there. At the heart of everything that's causing the curse.
Yoshiki, I also saw a strange document called Deathmark Walkthrough.
You need to stop the cannon soldier. That's what my gut's telling me.
What are you going to do then?
I'm full now, so I was going to take a nap in the park nearby. I'll sit and wait until you fellas do something about that soldier.
Wait just a minute, you old fart. Didn't we just say that it's too late to run away?
Okay, I get it. Well, you folks did feed me, so I guess I can help you.
You gotta love Hiro. She's not afraid to call it as it is, the old fart. So what do we find in there? We found this. An army sword discovered in a disposal vat, abandoned in a room that fills with water, has caused the entire blade to rust. I can slash with it, and it's short range. We also have an underground shelter key. The key Banshee found when he was exploring the shelter. The label on it says it's from an army facility. And when there's 2 rooms, I believe, we can investigate with these, at least from my knowledge. So there's that. So let's take a look at this. Somehow we make it out of the freezing water, trapped in a disposal vat, and return to the mansion with a strange homeless man calling himself Banshee Ito. Or Aito, whatever. He's been living in that shelter, and he has surprising info. He says he saw Zukawa going in and out, and then saw a Buddha statue walking around. He tells us of some research documents he had to burn for warmth. They detail something called the Heavenly Buddha Project, some mumbo-jumbo about using spiritual power to make a statue into a weapon. They gather numerous sacred objects, including a massive number of statues from a shrine in each city. There was no way it'd work. The war was almost over, but it moved. The spirit weapon named the Cannon Soldier moved. The soldier went berserk in a shelter and killed people. Those who escaped had a scar, most likely the mark. What's alarming, though, hard to believe, is the walking statue Banshee saw, and that's when he got the mark. Which means the Cannon Soldier is moving once more. That might be why Diamond and Hiro, descendants of those involved, now have the mark as well. It's unclear what made the soldier move, past or present, but we have to find a way to stop it. Maybe there are records of how they stopped it 50 years ago? Banshee doesn't remember, only that some person with spiritual power used something to do something. I guess all we can do is search the shelter. I had to trust both my past and my present self. So I hope I didn't mess up something there, because, like, was I supposed to investigate the shrine? Well, because it said investigate the statues, investigate the project. All of that is within the shelter now anyway. Whatever. Let's hear a little bit about Ito. He's unemployed. A kooky old man living in the underground shelter. He's read through nearly all the notable documents left there and is extremely knowledgeable about them. He claims to have spiritual powers and truly does seem to see spiritual things. Now, because of that, I'm wondering if it's okay to take him as my partner.
Excellent.
Take a look at his stats. His dexterity is pretty low, but everything else, He has more spiritual power. So I don't know. I might take him along. Mary just isn't there, unfortunately. Alrighty, guys, this is I would say a perfect time to take a break. And, we're gonna go ahead and, well, yeah, like I said, take a quick break, 3 to 5 minutes or so. We'll come back and we'll start investigating the shelter again. Start looking into the rooms that were locked before. And, yeah, just take it from there. You need a guide anyway. I mean, yeah, the old man, he should know his way around. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, see you guys in a little bit.